I've literally just watched the fourth goal for Bournemouth go in. I've moved the microphone a little bit closer today because when I get quite angry about things like this, like about results and stuff like that, I generally don't go screaming and shouting about stuff and things like that. I tend to try and think things through a little bit, see where my thoughts are at that exact point, and remember at the end of the day that it is a game of football. You know, it's not my livelihood on the line in this sort of thing, and it is meant to be a source of enjoyment as well as obviously being a source of frustration and things like that as well. There's a lot of sources of frustration going on in my own life anyway, so I try not to let stuff like this bother me a great deal. I knew that we weren't... this is why I also said I wasn't going to commit to Liverpool being a part of the title race until we were about 20 to 25 games in. Because there's performances like this that are going to come back to us. That these performances are going to happen where, you know, we dominate a first half and we do very, very well. Second half, stuff like that. You know, it's one of those, it's the best of times, it's the worst of times. We had a very controlling and dominating first half. Second half, the script is completely flipped on us. And it's up to the team to come out and actually do something about that. It's literally just gone full time. I started recording the video because I knew once that third goal goes in for them, that it was going to be at least 3-3. We weren't going to come out of that and we weren't going to win the game. I knew that because I could see it in the way that we were playing. Some big changes, obviously, in the team. Matip is a big one. That second half probably doesn't happen if Matip is in there. But let's take nothing away and let's actually give everything that is actually deserved to Bournemouth. Bournemouth didn't play very well in the first half. They didn't do like what they were doing against Arsenal when they played them and they lost 3-1. They didn't play like that then. And I did say in my preview that Bournemouth are capable of getting results. But I was confident in the way that we played that we were going to get a 2-0 victory. I said that. The first half said that. We go in 2-0 up. To lose a game 4-3 from there is devastating. And it is devastating for the team. Okay? You've got to look at the changes that I made in there. And when it gets deep into that second half, and they're obviously causing us a lot of trouble, without Matip in there, and I think it was said a while ago as well, not just by pundits, being said by a lot of people on Twitter, if we ever lose Matip and the impact that he has on our team, it's going to be huge. And it is massive. Lovren, while he's been playing well, seems to only play well when he's alongside Matip, just the way it is. Mane was having a good game today, and it seemed to be about 68 minutes or something like that when he got substituted, in that he's got some sort of... He was hobbling around a little bit, and he had to go off. Lallana comes on. We lose a bit of that. We lose that threat on the right hand side, and he was threatening quite a lot. He was doing a lot of good work. You know, scored his goal, played a very, very key part in the build up to Origi's goal. Passed it to Henderson, and Henderson shoots that, passes that really long pass up to Origi and scores the goal. And then he does some nice footwork to set up Emre Can as well. He was doing very, very well. Got taken off, and we lost our threat. We really did. We lost our outlet up front. The performance shouldn't change that much, though, in my opinion. And this also leads to the fragility of our team at the moment. We've obviously lost Coutinho to injury as well. Sturridge out injured, but he hasn't really been featuring in the first team a great deal anyway. Lallana's just come back, so he's not going to impact the game as many people would maybe expect he was before he was injured. Bournemouth made some very, very, very good changes, and I really, really wish I'd paid a bit more attention. I think it was Fraser or something like that. I can't remember who it was. He ended up getting man of the match, and I cannot remember his name, but he came on and he made the world of difference for Bournemouth. He was causing absolute havoc to our back line. Bournemouth walk away today with one hell of a hard-fought victory. And they fully deserved that victory because we were not good enough. We weren't good enough. I'm not going to sit and slate everything about like our team at the moment, about Liverpool, because we've been performing very well. We have been performing very well. Also, this is going to be a chance for all of the other teams around us as well and their fan bases to turn around and say, this is what happens when you don't have world-class players and all this sort of business and such like that. But at the end of the day, 14 games in and we've lost twice. That ain't too bad. That's not too bad at all. For a team that finished 8th last season, we sit 3rd still now, level on points with Manchester City. That's still not a bad position to be in, and we're still on course to hopefully be in the top 4, which should be a very realistic goal for Liverpool as it is right now. We're disappointed. We're gutted. Obviously, we're disappointed. Let's try and look forward as well, though. Now we know we need to make some changes. Like, for instance, Lucas coming into defence. I like Lucas sometimes. When he comes into that defence, he does okay. But when he's starting to struggle, where's the likes of Klavan? Klavan has done quite well, and I think Klavan would have been a bit more of a, better option to come on in the second half when you can clearly see that Lucas isn't dealing with stuff very well. I don't know what's gone on there. We need the options in defence. If you take Matip out, there has to be someone in there that can step in. Lucas isn't that guy, I'm afraid. He just isn't that guy. He does a very good job. It's not his initial role in the first place. It really isn't. Karius, that last goal, I mean, a shot comes at you like that and it bobbles. He should do better. He should do better. And he should have done a lot better at some of the things that came at him today. It's one of those. If he looks at the video of Callum Wilson scoring his penalty against Arsenal, dive the right way, at least, please. Show me that you're doing your research. But I am not going to lay into the players. I'm not going to lay into the team. I'm certainly not going to lay into Jurgen Klopp or anything like that. It's one of those things. He played his cards, and today it didn't work. We're still sat in the top 4 right now. We're still sat in a fairly good position. 4 points away from leaders Chelsea. Chelsea are running away with it at the moment. Arsenal are above us, and they're playing very good football. They got a very good victory. Manchester City, what can you say? They didn't get a good result. You know, I don't know. It's one of those at the moment. I'm just getting my initial thought. These are literally my initial thoughts after the match has ended. You know, it's one of those. We're not gonna have. I've said it time and time again. We're not gonna have positive results all the time. We have to be realistic that this is football. This is what happens. We did a bit of a Crystal Palace actually. We had the lead. We threw it away, and that's literally what we did. We threw it away. So we deserve what we got today. Let's make no mistake about it. We deserve what we got today. Okay? But we will come back stronger. Last time we lost, we came back stronger, and we will do it again. Let's keep believing. Let's keep moving forward. Let's not get too negative. These things are going to happen. Okay? Remember, we are the fans. We are the ones that are behind the team. Let's pick them up. Let's do what we can. Let's not lay into them for too much. They've performed very well. They've given us some hell. They've given us some awesome football to watch so far this season. Let's keep it going. Let's keep going. Let's keep being realistic, though. You know, we know our history. We know our past. We know when we've been there lately in the past decade. We've been there and thereabouts, and we just haven't been able to do it. Let's keep being realistic. Top 4 is our target for this season. If we can put a title run together, awesome. But top 4 is our target. We cannot have performances like this happen again. That is the main thing. They may happen again. You may get one like we had against Burnley. So be it. If we get in the top 4, we get there because we deserve to be. If we don't get in there, we didn't deserve to be in it. That's the be all and end all. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Not a very good one, but quite a somber one, I would say. I'm not flying off the handle, and I hope you guys aren't either. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't let this result ruin your weekend or anything like that. I'm certainly not going to let it ruin my weekend. The result is in. I can't change anything about it. Neither can you, and neither can anybody else. The result is there. It's in the books. We move on, as we all should, and let's look ahead to the future. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please drop a like on it if you have. Share the video around if you want to, if you'd like to. That'd be very helpful. Subscribe if you're new around here. Not all the videos are this somber, I can guarantee you that. And I'll catch you later. Thanks very much for watching.